As storytellers, we believe in applying what we have learned, and today we're going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be demonstrating a lighting setup for you. In the past, we have talked at length on this channel about the writing process, and today we're going to show you how to light a particular scene. If you watched last month's writing exercise, then you'll recognize the setup. However, when we did it then, we were more concerned with the writing than the lighting, so we're going to go back to that setup and see what we can do differently. In the previous shot, we had it, but we wanted to make it just a bit more refined. As far as control goes, we were good. But what we wanted to do was add another light in the window back there. So what we're going to do is show you what we did and how it affects the image. If you watch lighting videos, then you know that you start with your main source, or your key light. This is the source of light that is hitting your subjects. And for this, we hoisted a small rig 120B up on a C-stand and put some diffusion on it. Now the diffusion we used was a bit stronger than we needed, so we had to push the light to 100% intensity. This light we set at 5600 Kelvin because we wanted to have good contrast later on when we put our fake sunlight in that window. And once we turned this light on, it was looking good for our subjects, but we were having a problem with our background. When we are giving our subjects a direct light, they're going to be brighter than our background. So to make this problem not so evident, we set up an aperture 60D and pointed it into the ceiling. This gave us just enough light to fill in our background, and it's just enough to pass as some practical lighting coming from a fixture off to the right. With our lights now hitting our subjects and hitting our background to fill in the space, we still have a lack of depth within the frame. Our two subjects are on the same plane relative to the camera, so they're not adding any depth to the frame. And the background is starting to meld into one pattern. So what we've decided to do is throw another light outside in order to simulate sunlight. So we put another small rig 120B on a C-stand outside on the porch and pointed it into the window. Now the main reason we set our inside lights to 5600 Kelvin was because we wanted to contrast with this fake sunlight. So out here we put our light to 2700 Kelvin as we want to mimic the warmer tones of the sun when it's golden hour. And now there is the depth to our frame that we wanted. Now there is something in the background to break up those grays and darker tones, and that draws the eye, but not for too long. This shot is almost there. However, if you look at our subjects, we are looking into the dark side of them, which is something that's okay. However, we do need to bring up the side of them that we can see. So for this, we have the aperture MC, and we've put it just off frame left, pointed at our subjects. And with that, we have done enough. Of course, if we had more equipment from, say, Aperture or Small Rig or any other lighting company, we could do even more. But we have exhausted all of our lights, and we feel happy with the frame that we were able to produce. And as always, keep making movies.